Hello friend, welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. Are you today ready for a little story? Do you think you can handle it? It will be short, just like that. So grab your popcorn and let's start it. Long time ago, there was a young man who was dreaming about saving the world and dreaming about a hybrid vehicle. In his area, there was nothing for sale really what caught his eye, so he went on the long journey to Sacramento area, where he visited many dealers, and they sold him this 2012 LEXUS SC200h. Did you fall asleep yet? I hope not, so I will make it faster. And story almost had a happy end. But the problem was, after like 2 weeks of ownership, this horrible orange check engine light showed up in his dashboard. So he borrowed somebody's scanner and scanned the computer, and he found out 3 codes. One for general misfire, and one for misfire in the cylinder number 2, and one for misfire on cylinder number 4. He erased the check engine light, and then he was good again for like a week. Then it came out, check engine light, and disappeared again. And then he said, okay, let's bring it to the Peter. Peter said, oh boy, this is complicated vehicle. Took his own scanner and confirmed that both 3 codes were in the memory of the computer. There wasn't check engine light, but the codes were still there. So he came here, removed by a little magic, this cover, and look on this area, and said, uh-oh, I'm afraid this is not a new thing. It seems to be ongoing problem which somebody was already before trying to deal with. Why? The first thing I saw is this is original coil. This is original coil. Brand new shiny aftermarket. Brand new shiny aftermarket with this text. So somebody was already dealing with it. Then I removed the coils and it got even worse. Let me show you. Hopefully this angle I selected for a camcorder will be reasonable for you to observe this. So these are 10 millimeters. Let's remove those screws, except this one I will come back to. Unclip the connectors. Yep, that nicely gave. The coil is nicely coming out. We are lucky in this vehicle, there is not that overhang like it will be on the Prius, which was built in this year, 2012 Prius. You can forget about getting to the coils and spark plugs without removing all the windshield wiper assemblies and that entire cowl. So look at this, and one more needs to be removed. I don't want to go sideways on that bolt and strip it. Now these ones are the pencil type, so you need this thinner, right, smaller diameter, 14 millimeter wrench. Now it's nicely engaged. I always preach, don't use the power tools, because you don't know if the spark plug is not stuck there. And let's see what is sitting in the number 1 cylinder. They have a long thread, these pencils, so it takes a while to turn it and get it out. And what we have here? NGK. But if you look in the manual, it has nothing to do in this engine. It's a ILKAR7B11. It looks correct, but this regarding the owner's manual doesn't belong in this engine. Well, let's see what is in the number 2. As obviously I already know, I had it out already, so I believe I put another NGK in there too, with those 2 original coils. Yep, so this is the same NGK, so that was easy. But hey, wait, what we will dig out of number 3 and 4. Surprise, surprise. Do you think it's a Denso? It's supposed to be there. This engine is 2ZR FXE. Do you think it's a Denso? Oh yeah. Forget about it. Beautiful, which is not, I'm joking, I'm being sarcastic. Autolite XP5683 definitely doesn't belong in this engine. And as I possibly already disclosed, the last one is also Autolite. Now tell me, if you buy a used vehicle with 117,000 miles from a big name dealer and you start having basically right away within a week or 2 problems with misfires, and you find 2 coils are non-original, so somebody replaced them, you find 4 spark plugs which doesn't belong in this engine, and 2 of them are NGKs, 2 of them are Autolites. Don't you think that previous owner knew that there is some problem with this engine? I am personally very suspicious, and I believe somebody was trying to fix this problem previously, failed, and got rid of the car. But let's go back to the correct spark plugs which I got for this owner today from the dealer. And the winner is whoever says that it belongs only iridium. That's very important. And the name is SC200h. The dealer will tell you that's written in the manual, and they will actually sell to you SC16HR11. So once again, the correct spark plug is Denso. Let's see how we make it work. It will be a Denso SC16HR11. Here hopefully the camcorder finally cooperates with me, so you can see nicely that plug. These are iridium spark plugs. They cost approximately $16 a piece. The distance between the tips, it's set at the factory. You will never try to change that, and it's a 1.1 millimeter. But we discussed the spark plugs. Here are the coils. So the one without any text on it or writing on it, that's the factory. They look extremely close. Who knows, maybe it's made in the same factory, and this one was made for Toyota and this one was made for aftermarket, because if you look at them, here is written Toyota. This, it's omitted, so they didn't put it on. But if you look at it, these are extremely close. The contacts seem to be very, very close. Even the tips, the bottoms, right? If you look at it, I hope these new coils, the replacement coils, are okay. I hope this intermittent problem on this engine will be solved and this new owner can fully enjoy this beautiful Lexus. Also, little note on these spark plugs. Your manual says SC20HR11. I did that on similar vehicle in the past, a year ago, let's say. I came back to my shop, open it, and I'm like, why they made a mistake? They gave me SC200h. So I called the part guy. I'm like, hey, what's happening? Why you gave me a wrong plugs? He said, no, this is the way it goes. I know the manual says 20, but right now, if we can use the word supersede, we are selling for those engines the 16. So this is actually correct replacement right now in September 2020. Here I put them all together side by side, so you can maybe enjoy a very detailed. I wonder if the camcorder will show it, but yep. And that's all from me for this video. Let's cross the fingers that this simple repair will bring luck and no problems to this owner of this beautiful 2012 Lexus SC200h. Thank you for watching and be subscribed. I have way more coming your way soon. See you later, my friend.